is the second match of the South African tour for Nathan Nicholls and his Hurricanes. Last week against the high-flying Bulls, they were tested on defence mostly, but they pulled through to get the victory. Now, in the second and final stop in Africa, the question must be asked, will they expect the same from the Lions? Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Rugby, a home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Nathan Nicholls Be A Pro career, where we are in the last little stage of the season. Really only about 4 or 5 matches to go, and it is back to New Zealand after this second tour match to South Africa. We're up against the Emirates Lions, who sit 7th in the overall Super Rugby standings and right in the middle of the South African Conference in 3rd. Can they challenge like the Bulls did last week against this defending champions Hurricanes team? We look through the side and players of note, there's not too many. Scott Scrafton in the second row, the former Blues player if I'm not mistaken. Kifu in the front row, loose head prop with Brackenair adds hooker and Everett on the tight head side. Scrafton partnered by Holwell in the second row. Brother, Hand and Trinder make up the back row for the Lions. Turvavere gets a partner from Vosloo in the halves with Tuttle, another former Australian, lining up alongside Ta'ufu'u at outside centre. It's Gautry on the left wing and it's Vuikaku on the right. Berryman is at fullback for the Lions. The Hurricanes go into this game once again unchanged. It's been a few weeks now in a row since they've had any injury concerns or any players out otherwise. It's a solid team though. It's a strong team that's performed well under increasing pressure. Davis, Coles and Eves are your front row. Fafita and Fatilofa in the second. Mitchell, Renton and Carr the back row and complete the forward pack. Va'a, who's been inconsistent as ever, lines up next to Barrett with Laumape and Oso in the centre. Skozan on the left wing, Cuffy or Burrett on the right, and of course Nathan Nicholls at fullback for the Canes. We are all set for kickoff here. Nathan Nicholls, of course, doing these duties. Captain, goal kicker, play kicker, and Mr. Lightning Bolt himself. Strong wind into the face of the Hurricanes for this first half, so I have the pleasure of that to close out the game. But underway we go. Nicholls kicks long, but it only finds it to the 22, and it's nicely pulled in by the Lions. And they'll have the ball for the first time in the match, and they pick and go. One off stuff here. Bowden Barrett makes a tackle, and someone's trying to take my fullback position already. Just going to sit back here and make sure we got things right. We want to sit high. Well, the Lions have got a width out here. They could quickly go out wide, and they make an inroad straight away. Nicholls, so equal to the task. No chance for you out there, my friend. First line break, though, the game does go to the Lions. And very quickly, Nicholls launches his team into a full 7-man line out. And they've huddled towards the middle. It's nicely taken. Fatilofa in the middle. They maul it up. They change directions of a little pick and go. Now they swing to the left side. It's nice numbers through the guts as well. And Nathan Nicholls gets his first objective down. It's a run away from Chris Eves. Superb run there from the tight end prop. Now it's there for Davis. Another strong run by the front rowers. That is Fatilofa, not Fafita. Having a little stab. Cuthbert gets the ball, he smacks it high and runs back out towards wing. He's in the ball chase. Oh, beautifully taken by the Lions, but a forward pass ensues straight after. And a promising take has ended in disaster. Surprising, the Hurricanes go for that silly kick.
Set.
Cuthbert on the right wing, of course, hit it high after Laumape made an initial bit of inroads. Great scrum from the Hurricanes. Come right, we're 2 on 3. They go left, Barrett does well, we could be in here. Is in room for one more pass? No. There was almost an opportunity there for Skozan. They keep it up their way though. Good run here. Carving to the line. And over for the try. What a finish this was. And it's big number 8, Nazim Carr. Wow, this was spectacular from the big man. Look at this run. Superb quick ball. Bang, get out of the way. Charges over 2 players. And then rolls over the line to score the opening try. Outstanding stuff here. Va'a did superbly. Skozan's had 2 chances on his wing, yet he has not touched the ball. Try is scored though. Carr, great work, great effort, and a little taster of what this man can do, because we know he has the ability. He is, of course, a veteran of Super Rugby. He's been around the traps for a long time. Now plying his trade here with the Hurricanes and starting to show what he brings. Nathan Nicholls from the sideline. Aims to the left-hand upright, curls it in nicely. And it is successful. The Hurricanes up over the Lions early on, 12 minutes in. And the first scoring play of the match is in the books. The question remained at the start, what sort of resistance will we see? Oh, Nicholls has done well here. He's broken 1-2. Took 3 men to pull him down, but he has not hung on. No support at all by the Hurricanes. And the Lions grab the ball straight back. They've gone deep. Their attack is absolutely in tatters. They've gone straight through the middle. Nicholls does well. Turnover ball. And Chris Eves has hacked us straight into touch. Well, he's quite chuffed with his efforts. Well, that's what you get. Hit those rucks. Attack that ball for the turnover. And the chances are you're going to smash that button one time too many. 15 minutes gone, 7-0 Hurricanes. Lions in the middle of the line out, and they look to attack. No one's back. Nicholls is looking to work hard. That is... Didn't quite see. Where did that go? I think it is a superb kick. It bounced and wobbled its way right to the 5-metre line. An excellent kick from the Lions. Now there's pressure on the Hurricanes. They don't win this, they've got to quickly get up as well. It's gone nicely to them. And they charge it in as well. Nicholls, they're going to run it out here. We do want to sit back. Like, I really need this ball. I need to call for this pass. Twice I called. And 0 I received. Am I standing too deep? What's going on? We can't afford to lose this ball. Ooh, that was close. Just give me the ball, man. I need to kick it away. Oh, that could have been terrible. I've just squirted it out to the 22. Oh, forward pass. Woo, that was lucky. That was lucky, very lucky indeed. Nicholls just, well, he put a bit of a chunky kick out there, didn't he? Didn't get much on it, but enough to force a mistake. Thankfully for Hurricanes fans. Oh, but the Lions, they have bulldozed the scrum of the Hurricanes and turn the ball over. Wide they go. Big pass cuts out about 4 players. Now the Hurricanes are in trouble, but they've knocked it on. Disappointing finish to a promising chance there. They're going to go to the short side. Oh, what a ball around the corner. Nicholls is through. And chip over the top. Recovers. But does not find the offload. But he's gone 60 metres upfield. Here's Renton. Turns it back to Barrett. Struggling breakdown. First up there for the Hurricanes. They clean it up nicely though. Oh, I thought Nicholls was in the money, but it's Carr who grabs the ball back and has another barnstorming run. He is hard to put away. Nicholls gets back to the back line. Really don't know what the idea of the players, but Nicholls charging through. 5 defenders. Get out of the way. Oh, this is a drop goal, is it? No. It's unsuccessful if it was.
Release.
Whatever the hell that was from Bowden Barrett, it was terribly short of being successful. All points. Where the Lions go now? Oh, they've hammered that. A massive kick. But you got to remember, big breeze at the back of the Lions in this first half. 30 minutes in. We are only up 7-0 over the Lions. Nathan Nicholls needs to work on something. Well, look at this. It's highly technical line-out work here. And it's been stolen by the Lions. Now they could steal something on the stroke at half-time. They come wide. Well, they've absolutely bombed it with this kick. It's going to go well and truly dead in goal. I mean, it was a strong enough gale to blow that to the next stadium 3,000 miles away. Nicholls, well, that got a bit of a dodgy neck there, that open sider right in front of the ball. But Nicholls will line up for the 22. It's probably not the best option given the wind, but he's taken a good nudge at that, and he's got it over halfway. The kick has returned. Where will this one bounce? Is it in goal? Is it in goal? Let it... Oh, okay, Nathan, you know best. Well, they were Lions players charging up there very quickly. So we'll have another stab at that, shall we? Nicholls hacks it down, straight down the same place again. This time they hang on to the ball, the Lions. And their attack is put down right on halfway. The offload's coming thick into their match now. The Lions seem to be warming into this game slowly but surely. Well, that's a good bust away. Only one man to beat, and they just about did enough. Get back, Nathan. Just sit back on this 22. Oh, because there's trouble. It's brewing here from the Lions. Oh, Nicholls, look how quickly he got up there. Didn't allow them to regather their shape. Put that man down before anything got too complicated. Now he's got to run, though, because they are shifting it way out to our left side defence now. They've done enough, though. This is good work on defence here from Nicholls, though. He's shut a couple of good attacks down. Lions. Oh, that is a superb run from the Lions. Lofted ball out to the winger. Nicholls will commit to him, and he'll drive him over the line. Oh, he's really having to work here, Nicholls. Oh, there it goes. That is half-time. Do we go 80 metres, or do we kick it out? We've won the line out, which is a superb start as well. We're going nowhere, it's just wobbling. It's a bit of a run, and Nicholls says, I've had enough! Even though I didn't want him to do that, and he's drilled it into touch. Regardless of the result of that last play, we are at half-time. Nicholls says enough is enough, and we have a 7-0 Hurricanes lead over the Lions. But look at the Lions, 69% possession, 58% territory. It is all one-way traffic here with the home team doing the job on the field. In one place, not. That is the scoreboard that they have not impressed here. No points for them in the first half. Hurricanes, though, just one try is all they have to their name as well, and it was a stunner to number 8, Carr, who bulldozed his way over from about 2 tackles and left them lying in the mud. A great run it was from him as well. But just 7-0, this game is far from over. The Lions have threatened, they've made line breaks. Nicholls' defence has been exquisite, which is really the only reason why they are still not on the scoreboard. 7-0 Hurricanes over Lions. Let's get back to the second 40. This is going to be an interesting second half. Much like last week we saw from the Bulls, it was a tight, tough contest. But you've got to remember the breeze now. What do we see from the Hurricanes? Do we see a kicking game come into them? Oh my goodness, that is just a complete hammering. Back it goes to Nicholls, who looks to shrink his way through. He's gone through about 3 defenders.
Police.
Man, he has beaten tackles like nothing else tonight. He's slow to get up, but he is there back on his feet. And, well, he should have kept going himself there. But a little grubber through here from Nicholls. Could he regather the ball? He grubs it, passes the fullback. Dives on it. Nicholls scores. Solo individual brilliance turns this game on its head. A tight lead, a slender lead. But there is a reason why this guy is one of the most sought after players in world rugby. And this is it right here. Bang! Little rubber through the acceleration, beats the fly half to the ball, and then he's always going to beat those back rollers who are trundling back. What a finish from Nathan Nicholls, and the bolt, lightning, strikes again. What a perfectly executed little grubber. And that little touch through as well was perfectly rolling end on end. There was no deviation to the left or to the right. Made it simple for him to dive on. He knew exactly where that ball was going. Now he's got the conversion from out on the left side. Probably a good 10 metres in from touch. Strikes it high. Wind at his back. It curls in beautifully and is successful. Converts his own try. It's 14-0. Nicholls doing the job here for the Hurricanes. It's a forced their way out to a 14-point lead. Well, they've often found themselves doing this sort of thing here, the Hurricanes. Scoring just before, just after half-time. That's a loose ball. Looks like the Lions have fallen on it. Fortuitously, one may say. Oh, another monster tackle there.
Release.
Is this slowly a ball back maybe for the... No, not for the Hurricanes. And we'll go back to the Lions. And they're shifting directions of play very well at the moment. Bowden Barrett, great tackle.
Release.
TJ Vata's trying to take over my role here at fullback, but he can just go away.
Advantage.
Oh, that's a knock on. And, well, that was mine. Oh, another knock on. It's all turning to tears for the Lions. Referee is throwing his hands about, giving all sorts of signals. No one understands. But at the end of the day, it is, well, a double knock on there by the Lions.
Fine.
Just on the Hurricane side of halfway. What is going on here? We are not in the line, which probably isn't a bad idea considering the position. But we're going to try and trot our way up just as the ball comes out. Right about now. They've gone left side. I don't know about that call. Or they've created space though for Skozan. Oh, Skozan, you should have kicked that straight down the middle. It's a kick away though. It's beat them all. And of course the wind is a factor to remember. Oh, that is terrible. A bit of a side boot, but didn't end up going too badly considering the wind. He's actually nudged that up almost to halfway. So it looked terrible, but it was not a bad kick in the end of the day. Everything looks all right at the moment. Great take in the back from Renton. Now they go through Skozan. I thought that was mine. Wow, I've been cut out twice. Now give it to me. That's beautiful. Well worked. Kick over the top. He's got the grubber. Now he's going for the chip. He's forced him back. It's been chopped. Oh, that is superb play from the Hurricanes. Excellent work defensively.
Crouch.
After Nicholls forced the man back, he just threw it out the back door, hoping someone would clean it up. No one was interested, but once again the Lions have won the scrum. They started off well with the 8-man shove. It's turned to tears once more, and now the Lions attack.
Advantage.
Oh, another knock on. Well, it is a comedy of errors at the moment. Oh, he's picked it up. Thought we could have been in for grin if we grabbed it through their chasing line, but it's a good pickup. Has stopped Nicholls. Charging little grubber-thon there. Watch him. Gives it the little toe.
Crouch. Fine.
We near the hour mark here. 57 minutes ticks over. TJ Vata with ball in hand. Halfway, midway. 22 goal line. This is a better scrum from the Hurricanes. Barrett stands to his right with Laumape, Nicholls and Cuthbert. There's Asso and Skozan to the left. It's Carl that cut out everyone. Oh, Cuthbert, what are you doing, you idiot? Goes back to Laumape. I mean, really, Cuthbert, you should have hung on to that and gone yourself. I didn't want that ball. That try was for you all day. Nicholls, he's trying to just shoulder charge everyone here. Oh, big shove. Karen Farelofa getting right in there. Here's the ball. Davis is over. The big loose head prop does it himself. 19-0. And now, finally, the Hurricanes start to break away. Maybe they should have put him down, because once Carr and Fatilofa got involved there, it was an open goal line for Davis. Oh, another bulldozing run from Nicholls. You see their left winger there get absolutely squashed. Easy pickup, and he almost didn't know what to do with all that space in front of him there. He scoots out to the right, dots down for a good try. Nicholls has the less pressure job now with the result surely in the bag to hack this conversion over. Steps up again with the wind at his back. Aims to the left, curls it to the right. And he has mastered this art of goal kicking, has Nathan Nicholls. 21-0. It is problems aplenty now for the Lions. Only 18 minutes remain. A home game here for the Lions, and they look to be going down the screaming heap. They fought well for a start.
Release.
But she has certainly come unstuck now. They keep trying though. They've done well from the kickoff to regather the ball. And now just 35 metres out, they look to launch another attack. They change direction very quickly. They can only beat the first up tackle, they could be in for a chance. Hurricanes throwing very few men into these breakdowns. They've got a bit of opportunity here on the short side. Great tackle, VAR. He just tricked across there very quickly, or room here down the short side. Back inside pass through. Keeping it away from the sideline, and it's been stolen and smacked away in the wind. And now they are just 10 metres out from their own line. A little dummy. Barrett doesn't fall for it. Oh, chance to turn this over. The Hurricanes. Oh, this is brilliant work on defence. Short side play. Skozan gets the ball from VAR. Oh, Skozan! Oh, that could have been it. Thought he might have given it early. But he was open and free. He had the hands out. The offload was there for the taking. And have a look at this. The Lions opt for, I think, a three-man line-out, which they have won. And they've smacked it straight into touch. Luckily, because I was still in the line. Straight down to the scrum half and straight into touch. Hurricanes now opt for a seven-man line-out. They have gone for more room in the backs, which, of course, when you've got a backline captain, that's what you do. Nicholls sits out here on the right, far on the right. They're keeping it tight here, are the Hurricanes. Nicholls is just trying to work out what's going on. Still, they finally come to the right side now. Bowden Barrett, great offload there. Oh, that is superb. Inside to Fanny Lofa. Trying to keep it all nice. They do win the ball back. Oh, come on. There's so much room out here, yes. Call for the pass. And the pass we do get. And Nicholls too quick for everyone as he scoops around behind the posts. And the bonus point try is in the bank. 26-0 is the score. Nathan Nicholls does the job. Well, VAR almost messed that up completely. But he turned it back inside. Nicholls yelling, throwing his boots at him, getting him to give the ball to the left. Even Barrett was there. I mean, Barrett, Nicholls, and so that is a deadly combination of players. Luckily, though, VAR had the attention to flick it back, and that's what he did. Nicholls grabs another try with just 6 minutes remaining. And right in front here, big breeze in his back. He has drilled that a long way back. The posts could have been in the next door stadium and it would have been fine. We have just 5.5 minutes remaining. 28-0, the Lions have been shut out once more. The South African to it, conceding 0 points would be all impressive. A little pass there to Nicholls, and he could have been away for another try. But he's been held back this time. Pass not delivered. It's hard to keep up with this play when they chop and change directions so quickly. Barrett's doing what Nicholls has done all night long as well with the balls come loose. The charging runs from those two have been outstanding as well. So the Lions get one last chance.
Release.
To put some points on the board with a minute and a half to go. They do have numbers here. Can they execute them well?
Advantage.
Oh, no, they cannot. Knocked on, into touch. It has been a nightmare for their wingers. They had the right idea. They got the ball outside Skozan, and he was in behind him. Still had Nicholls to beat, of course, but you've got to pass the first hurdle before you can attack the second. And unfortunately for the Lions, they have not done that at all too often. Scrap feed, which has been the Lions, well, like I was about to say, their biggest threat has been from the set piece. They go quickly wide. Nicholls, I mean, there was numbers on defence. That's a good ball back inside. Nicholls shuts it down, though. He's a good defender. He's become very astute in the defensive play. Running deep now, the Lions. Just trying to get that multiple phase play go.
Release.
Clustered around the breakdown of the Hurricanes defenders. Again, they bust that first tackle. Can't get through the second line. Now they got numbers out here. They could do something special. Oh, they're covering across defence. Shuts that down so well and so brutally. Doesn't just make the tackle, it pulls them backwards. Another one. They've just lost 5 metres. They work hard, the Lions. They have another go. They're out of ideas. They are completely lost. Oh, and that is a big finish. The ball dislodged and Nicholls comes over the top. You'd almost say a bit cynically to put the hammering in, but into touch the ball goes, and it is full time. Hurricanes leave South Africa with 2 big wins over the Bulls and the Lions. It is a tale of how good a team really is by their tour to either South Africa or New Zealand and Australia. This has been emphatic by the Hurricanes, 28-0 over the Lions. Davis, Carr with 1 apiece, and Nathan Nicholls with 2. 4 out of 4 from the tee by Mr. Nicholls as well. The Lions, nothing to celebrate for them except for a helping of donut. As for the stats, the Lions, they still nudged out possession, territory, the big keys of the game. 4 line breaks, no tries, 8 line breaks for the Hurricanes, and they picked up 4. Big difference of finishing, big difference of defending. Nathan Nicholls making a huge difference there on defence. A lot of tackles made by the Hurricanes, about 70 to 48. That is a good margin more than the Lions had to make. Nathan Nicholls individually, how did he go? 2 tries, 4 conversions, 2 line breaks, 9 tackles. Didn't get the offload, which I'm pretty sure was one of our objectives. And of course, I'm pretty sure he had job goal percentage as well. I mean, God, I want to score tries. We want to score points and win big. Nathan Nicholls delivers with 2 tries here tonight. Overall, a good display from Nicholls and his Hurricanes. Okay, so we have an advantage of 3-2, green to white. Kicking meters 242. Well, we only required 42, 200 more than necessary. Into just the 7 breakdowns, which was nice. It's always good to see that you don't enter too many, unless you get a break. I always like to enter them to support the man who made the break if he does go down. So successful there. Drop goal rate and offloads. We talked about those. Really, offloads are hard to nail, and drop goals, I mean, I don't think we've attempted more than 1 or 2 all season long. Running meters, well, we got over double there as well. 63 required, 152 was made. Now, last episode we saw a decrease on fitness. That has been reversed. Now we have a 0.3 increase alongside speed and acceleration also going up 0.3. Aggression and agility up just 0.1. Kicking up 0.7. That might almost be maxed out. Goal kicking up 0.7 as well. And strength gets a little tap of 0.1. Overall performance, yeah, up to a 8.47. A little bit better. I'll give them that. It's nice to be over the 9s, but we didn't dominate that game completely. So, a nice little average performance there from Mr. Nicholls. I don't like to drop any lower than 8, really. I think we need to keep a standard up here. And scoring tries and running a lot of yards is the big thing to do. Big interest game there from the Lions. We see every other team gained a little bit as well. So, it's going to be a lottery as to who we get offers from come the end of the season. Remaining matches there, you see the Chiefs going up over the Highlanders, I think it was. I wasn't paying too much attention to that at all. And let's have a look at how the competition looks now with another victory to the Hurricanes. We see them on 51, 3 points only above the Chiefs, but a game in hand. So we could make that 8 points if the optimal result comes in. Crusaders really falling behind as other teams make up those bye weeks now. They're up 42, but still 1 game more than the Chiefs and 2 more than the Hurricanes. Blues way down now, man. What a fall from grace by the Blues. Beaten finalists last season. Now they are 4th, and you've got to say won't make the playoffs based on that performance this season. Highlanders at the bottom, 3 wins, 18 points for them. In South Africa, where we just played the Lions, and all they've dropped down. They were 3rd before the match. Now they're down to 4th, just 1 point behind though the Sharks. The Bulls still lead the way a long distance behind the Cheetahs, 14 points. I mean, just like Australia, this conference is done. Bulls will top it. Cheetahs will go through 2nd. Sharks, Lions, Storm as well. They're just battling for arguing rights later in this year, aren't they, really? Much of the same in Australia. Waratahs, 47. 17 points adrift are the Brumbies. Further 6 points behind are the Rebels, the Reds. Western Force, woeful this season. Just 9 points. Overall, the Bulls still lead with 54. 2 games played more, though, than the Hurricanes, who sit 2nd. Chiefs, Waratahs, Crusaders, Cheetahs make up your top 6, with Brumbies and Sharks rounding out the 8. Lions dropped down a couple as well. Now they're down to 9th. So, not a good week for the Lions. And down at the bottom are the Western Force and the Reds, 2 Australian teams at 14 and 15. Not good for Australia at all. Let's have a look at Nicholls before we wrap up today's episode. He is, of course, 100 rated. Kicking, yes! Kicking is 100. 98 for goal kicking. Speed, acceleration, and aggression, all 98 as well. Be good to max them out before the season concludes as well. That is the goal. Contracts, what do we got here? Wasps leading the way over London Welsh. Interesting. Bulls right up there too. Falcons, Bath, Crusaders, Stormers, Chiefs, Force, Blues and Ospreys round out that first page. Plenty of other sides wanting to have a little bit of a stab at Nicholls as well. The end of the season's not far away, so there's plenty of sides here. Probably not racing 92 though. We say it every single week. But speaking of though, just to keep you all up with what's going on, there is just 4 games to go. Rebels, that is away, so we're on the way back from Africa. We're going to Amy Park in Melbourne. Then we're at home to the Highlanders, and we hit the road to face the Chiefs and the Crusaders in the last 2 rounds. So you got to say, worst New Zealand team, 2nd best, and 3rd, but they are getting better. So a team on the rise, a team doing very well, and an Australian side. Can't say much more than that, but that is today's episode. Done and dusted. Thank you for tuning in, watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's little outing in Africa. A good win, as you can see there, over the Lions. A tough one, though. I've got to say, those South African teams have played very, very well. Better than I thought, better than I expected. Team only 71 rated, pushing us really until mid-second half before we really put that one away. So a good match, a good tour. Now we go to Australia before going for our last home game against the Highlanders. I'll see you all for our next matchup. Until then, though, thanks for watching as always. And until then, take care.